Hey, welcome back to Real Food Blog. It's exciting to do some winter cooking or some fall cooking. And so I thought that we would start doing that with a pot roast. I got a chuck roast here, about 1.5 to 2 pounds. Okay, we usually don't do roast, but we got it as a gift, so we're going to do it. I've got some, first of all, I'm browning it on one side. I've got it in a roasting pan, okay, because I'm going to put it in the oven and finish it off. I've got it seasoned with Emeril Lagasse's Essence of Emeril spice rub, called his Rustic Rub, okay? So it's all got that in there. We got some potatoes that we sliced up real thick because we're going to put these into the pan once we flip it, okay? We got some thick cut carrots, some thick cut celery, some whole cloves of garlic we're just going to put in there, a little bit of tomato paste, a little water, a little parsley, and then we're doing some side. I think we're going to do some asparagus and something else, some salad with it. But I want you to see this because the first step is browning the meat. If you don't brown the meat, your meat's not going to have any flavor, okay? So you got to brown the meat, and we're going to check it. And so that's one of the keys, okay, to making a really good roast is to make sure your meat gets browned up nicely, okay? Because that's going to lock in the flavor, okay? Not only the juices, but also it's going to start caramelizing your proteins. It's going to bring out the natural sugars in your meat. That's all flavor right there. So if you don't do that step, you want to do this step. Now, if you do this in the crock pot, you can do it in the crock pot. Just make sure you sear it first and then finish everything else in the crock pot. But it's pretty simple. So once this gets seared on one side, we're going to flip it, finish it off, and show you the rest right here on Real Food Blog. Okay, welcome back to Real Food Blog. We're going to flip this piece of meat, okay? And I want you to see the sear and what's happening to it, okay? This is what I'm talking about. This is the browning you want. It almost looks like a steak when you're cooking it, right? That's the browning you want. Now you don't have to worry about browning the other side. You can just throw everything in the pool here, okay? Right? That's where we're going to get the flavor, okay? So now we can just throw the rest of the stuff in the pool like I said, okay? So throw the garlic in there. Just throw it in whole. The celery. And the carrots are all going to cook up in this, okay? We're going to season these carrots and celery again, okay? Or for the first time, actually. So we're going to put some essence on it. This is Emeril Lagasse's rub. Okay. And some of the parsley. We're going to add some of those potatoes. Now, to make sure that your potatoes don't overcook, your vegetables don't overcook, you can take them out of this pan once they are pork tender. Okay? And the meat can continue to cook if you need to. Okay? So now we've got to season up this with some tomato paste. About 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. I think it adds some richness to it, get some extra body to it. And then we're going to add some salt and pepper to the potatoes because you want your potatoes to taste good, right? Right? So now that you got all the kids in the pool, we're going to add some liquid. Remember, braising means we're going to bring the liquid about a third of the way up. We don't want to cover it too much. We don't want it to boil. The meat would get really, really tough. So now we're going to add up to a cup of liquid. And I'm reserve liquid. I always can add liquid because the juices of the natural meat and of the veggies are going to end up coming out into this. We don't want it too liquidy, right? If I had some wine, I would definitely deglaze it with some wine right now. Okay? But we could use water just as well. Alright. So check this out. This is pretty much it. Alright. We got the roast in there. I'm going to put in the oven at 300 degrees. okay, for about 2 hours, and it should start falling apart. Or the one or two things will happen. The meat will start falling apart, but the potatoes and the carrots will be done. The potatoes and the carrots, you done take them out, set them to the side so they stop cooking. Finish your meat. If the meat's done, then take the meat out, let it rest. And if the carrots and potatoes so they cook longer, they can cook longer by themselves. Or if they all come together at the same time, then that's great too. So, hey, this is our pot roast. We're going to put it in the oven here, the preheated 300-degree oven. And we'll see you next time right here on Real Food Blog. From our family to yours, thank you for watching Real Food Blog.